go. Today, boys, we're doing another Kayn game. We're on the PBE. The reason why we're on the PBE is because the changes, and by the changes I mean the Scuttle changes, are not live yet. They're going to be live by the time this is uploaded, but I want to showcase to you guys an entirely new playstyle and pathing for Kayn. I've been doing it for quite some time and I haven't showcased it. So what I pretty much want to show you guys is this is very strong and it helps you go whichever form you get first, because I think the one thing that Kayn is weaker than other junglers at, it just he takes so much time to become a strong champion. Like a lot of you may notice, like one of the most frequently asked questions is, how do you get your form like safely? Like how do you get to that point where you can carry? Well, before it took a lot of like pathing and like strategizing, and you know, a lot of people, they just weren't into it. Like they just want to play something fun and quick like that. So that's kind of what I'm working to do. So this new pathing, leash red. It requires help from your top laner, so if you start bot, then you go red, raptors, krugs, and if you start here, you go... Okay, well... sometimes your team is a little bit uncooperative, but I'll still showcase. Lux leaves for me most of the time. I mean, this is PvE, so people are just more trolly, just like a normal game would be. So, most of the times in ranked, I've never had somebody just blatantly say no, because I always gank them early, so I don't see why they would not leash me. But this guy's just, you know, kind of playing for fun, I guess. Understood. I mean, I think League is a good game for playing for fun. So this is pretty much the pathing. Normally, like I said though, you get a bit of a better leash, so you're a bit more healthy. You're normally full HP after all this, but you know, I'm still kind of healthy. Kayn's always healthy in the jung, and he didn't let top push, so I can't really gank top. So I'm just gonna go into the enemy top jungle. But notice how the Scuttle doesn't spawn soon, so you're level 3, and this is like a perfect time for ganking. And if you're wondering if this pathing would work for another jungler, yeah, I probably would. Ah, see? That's the thing about being a good player, boys. It doesn't matter your rank, but the part about being a good player is you never go into a game with like a set mindset. You always kind of adapt. Like, sure, you can have a little bit of a game plan, like I usually do, but you always want to be able to adapt. So Katarina might come to me. We'll see. So the Scuttle is going to spawn in about 7 seconds, boys. And as you can see, this pathing is pretty strong. And let's say your laner doesn't really want to help you out. And as I mentioned earlier, the new type of playstyle, no matter which form I get first, that's the form I'm going to go. Because I think, honestly, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, sorry, I'm kind of brain lag today, but I think blue and red are both equally strong as of now. So with this pathing, I'm actually allowed to get both Scuttles because I killed that Evelyn. Because most of the times, you will rarely see a jungler start their blue. So going those 3 camps, getting level 3, and then going to their blue is a pretty good way of like killing them, just in case the top gank doesn't work out. So it's pretty consistent pathing, I think. Oh. Look, free kill. Look, another free kill. Hit the hook. Oh no. Nah, I don't think they're gonna get her. Alright, let's get the other Scuttle now. And what was I saying? Oh yeah, you go with the first form every game, and I've shown these runes in my guide before. These runes are very good for either form, so they're kind of a mixture of both red and blue put together. So it's like whichever form I intend to go, these runes will be strong for, you know, red or blue. You know, some games you might be like, you see an entire team of tanks, you're like, okay, for sure I'm going red. You might just get your blue form first, like you camp the range to get gold, you get your blue form first, but you wait till you're red. Because a lot of people ask, is it smart to wait? Obviously, if you think 100%, like, you know, you see a team full of tanks or a team full of squishies and you just know for a fact which form you want to go. But that's the thing, is you need to remember that Kayn is also a jungler. So you need to play accordingly for Kayn and accordingly for a jungler. So if you camp a lane that gives you your wrong form, but you get gold, and you get your team gold, it's worth, you know. That's what a lot of people don't seem to realize. And, you know, I think with this new playstyle, this new pathing, etc., should be pretty strong. It's nothing like unseen before, but it's just like a different type of mindset for Kayn. It's very aggressive, it's very fast-paced, and I've been doing it a lot. It just works insanely well. And the reason why I'm playing on PBE is just to show it with the new Scuttle changes. By the time this video is live, the Scuttle changes should be on, you know, normal patch, should be up to date. So the first dragon's Infernal. You normally want to play around being around that side, so I'm going to be pathing towards that. So I'm going to go Krugs, Raptors, maybe look for a top gank if it's possible, but we'll see. Okay, nice. Looks like top's getting a solo kill. Very good. We see Scuttle spawning top side, so by the time it spawns, Evelyn will probably be around there. Because most of the times, junglers will always prioritize going to the Scuttle. Almost always. So it's just a good indicator of where she's going to be, and then I can just play accordingly. Like, I'll play on the opposite side of the map, or if I think I can kill her, then I'll play against her. But as I said, with the first dragon being Infernal or Mountain, I usually play bot side just so I can get the dragon. Obviously, if the enemy jung outpowers me, like, you know, for all my fellow Kayn mans, you know, I don't need to mention the man bear pig guy. You know, that guy's just like the bane of our existences. I actually have a pretty good playstyle beating Udyrs, but yeah, I don't know. It's like if the Udyr is like a really good player, it's kind of hard. But the main way of beating Udyrs is just staying the hell away from him until you get your form and then team fighting, because he's really weak in team fights. It's not really beating him, it's just countering his champion. That's like the main way of beating those really rough matchups, if you guys were ever curious. You don't really like try and beat them, you just like exploit their champion's weaknesses. I got ignited. Nice. Win low aggro on me. Close to our red form. If I keep hitting range, I might get my blue form now. I don't know. Okay, well that's pretty good. I don't know if you guys know that you can R over the wall like that. Especially with the Shadow Assassin, once you get your evolve, obviously, you know, you get more range from your R, so you can go like from there to like there. It's crazy. I love it. I love that change actually. It was insanely well done. They did so many things. Like I really love the Riot members who worked on Kayn. I feel like he's just such a, and this isn't a sponsored comment. I'm not in the League Partner program. Sadly, I'm not. I'll try to get in it so I can give you guys free skins and stuff. But what do we call it? Yeah. I think they've just done an insanely well done job with Kayn, and with this new Scuttle changes, I think Kayn's gonna be one of the strongest junglers in the game. So I'll try to get this video uploaded as soon as possible. Oh, I just missed my W. Whoops. Good to get this though. I'll be very strong. Might be able to gank top here. Looks pretty free. So yeah, you always want to be proactive and just ganking. This guy's dead. Oh! I'll be honest, I wanted to KS him. That would have been funny if I had it though. Yep. Boys, I'm sorry, but I'm one of those players. I'll flash to try and KS you. Sorry, you forced the habit. Whatever, we got tower. Just as good. Just as good. Okay, cat's coming. She has no ignite, so I'll probably go kill her. Nice.
You ever play against Karasmai, guys? I think that guy's
HT1G, thanks so much for that sub, bro. Appreciate it so much for the best level boy. By the way, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, I stream on Twitch almost every day. Actually, no, I do stream every day. So if you guys haven't already, be sure to drop a follow so you can see live gameplay. I'm actually going to be grinding for top 10 again, because I was top 10 before they reset ranked. I was like 850 OP. And I've kind of taken a hiatus. I'm still a challenger, but I probably will be grinding for that again. So if you guys love high-low content, especially with Kayn, I'm playing Kayn mostly. I play other junglers as well, but I'll be playing a lot of Kayn. So this is you know, part of the playstyle. Like I said, whichever form you get first, that's the one you go. And that early ganking pattern, usually, I mean, I didn't get the gank off, but usually you get the gank off. And especially when you start on this side, you can gank bot early and you get a double kill like that, and you're halfway to your blue orbs. Because most of the time, what do you see bot lane? You see range. So it's just like, it's super free. I think I've been doing this pathing for like the past 3 patches, but I never made a video on it. But I think it's going to be extremely relevant as of recently because of the new Scuttle changes. Because a lot of people, they're kind of lost with what pathing they should do with the Scuttle changes. And I think this will open up a lot of eyes. As I said, I don't know if I said this today, but the other video I made for pathing, the Wolves start, and Wolves, Raptors, all that stuff, still relevant. Nice. Good job. Alright, but yeah, the other pathing still works as well. But that's the thing, is you never really want to have one set pattern of pathing. You want to have a lot of different ones, be very unique, you know, just do something like, you know, just like, you know, you could do this pathing, and I mean, I do it almost every game now. It feels so good. The other pathing I do into matchups where I want to stay completely away from the enemy jungler. So let's say you're up against like a Jarvan or someone who you know is going to gank early, or might be there where you're going to gank. Like, so I did red, Raptors, Krugs, and let's say there's a jungler that might be there early, like Xin, Jarvan, all those. Then maybe you'd want to do the AFK farm pathing with the Wolves, Raptors, red, Krugs, etc. So that's just to give you guys some clarity on when to do this and when not to. Most of the times this is really, really strong though. I'd highly recommend doing it. And now obviously I think a lot of you guys know how to play once you get your form. See, that's the easy part about Kayn. Once you get your form, it's, you know, you just run around fighting people, just kill them all. And that's, you know, the main selling point of Kayn, the super fun part. But I think a huge reason why everyone isn't a Kayn man is because they just cannot stand playing his first form. So I'm trying to break that, you know. I'm trying to get my form early as possible. And by my average time of getting form doing this type of pathing and playstyle, even in like challenger games, is like anywhere between, I'd say, 7 to 10 minutes, which is really good because it takes 500 total orbs to get your form. And early on, it's hard to get those orbs up, but if you just can keep consistently ganking and applying pressure and fighting, especially if you get early gold, then it's just amazing. And let's say you don't get the early gold and your laner does, then your laner just stomps and it's free. So this is all really good stuff. Obviously, and a huge way to close out games is just by taking objectives, so having the strength to just be able to brute force them. Most of the time as a Kayn, you can just do whatever as Ross, because Ross is really quick, but as a Shadow Assassin, I like to make a pick and then go to an objective. See, I was thinking of making another video doing the same thing, but going blue, but it's kind of just the same thing, you know. You guys know how to play with blue. That's the thing that I just keep saying. I think once you get your form, people don't really need an explanation. Like, you just kind of, you know, start playing your form and you do your thing, you know. The rest is kind of just like being an overall smart player, I guess. So you just learn that gradually the more and more you play. Oh, I hope I haven't been pressing tab too much. I see a lot of people are talking about how I press tab a lot, and I've been trying not to do it as much, but it's just like a force of habit, because every time I press tab, I'm just like looking at something, like I'm like, okay, she has this, he has that. I can't like just look at it once and like soak it in. So I'm trying to cut back on that so it's a more enjoyable experience for you guys to watch. Okay, let me get this. With Cleaver, this is like your hugest power spike is Kayn. All I need now is like defensive stats, so MR, Ninja Tabby, and then, you know, whatever I want after that. Most of the time I get either GA or some more damage. So I'm just gonna try and brute force this and you know, try to end the game. Yeah, I see. I think they're pretty much stunzoed here. This is kind of a stomp, but this is how a lot of these games go when you get that early lead. Because there's not really much the enemy team could do, because with this type of pathing and playstyle, most of the time, well, obviously when you get your gank off, it gets not only you ahead, but it gets your laner ahead. So then you have a fed jung, and you have a fed laner, and then you just have, then you just go to the other lanes and try and impact them, you know. This is kind of how you solo carry. I think solo carrying from the jungle will be very strong again the more and more Kayn's played, because That's why Kayn isn't really as popular in LCS and all that, if you guys ever wondered, is because he's a solo carry, and he's one of the very few solo carry junglers that exist. And obviously in competitive, you have these really talented mids and AD carries. They want to be the carry, so it's very rare to see the jungler be the carry. Matter of fact, most of the times, the junglers are the least mechanically like gifted players on the team. It's, you know, like I said, usually the mid, top makes the solo kills, and then this guy keeps trying to dodge my W, I'm just gonna on him to death. But that's kind of I'm kind of hoping that Jung kind of shifts back to how it was in season 6, if you guys remember, where Jung is just solely about solo carrying, because that's the type of environment Kayn is extremely strong in. So this is just what kind of attracted me to the champion so much, is just being that solo carry. Well, either way, boys, this is the end of this. I hope you enjoyed the little pathing. It didn't really go as planned because my Jace wasn't too cooperative, but like I said, it's PvE, so it probably wasn't just, he just doesn't care. But I've never had anybody refuse to like work with me on it in ranked, so it should work out like a dream. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Very short one, you know, just quick and to the point. I mean, these guys are trying to make it last longer, but oh well.
Do you ever play against Karasmai, Grace?
Yo, Lightweight, thanks so much for that Twitch Prime sub, bro. Appreciate it so much. We're the best team club.
I think he's the best Grace in the
We're gonna end it yet. Okay, there you go. Wow, I just one-shot her. Alrighty, boys. As always, you know, I'm your boy Karasmai. If you haven't already, be sure to drop a sub, be sure to like the video, and be sure to check me out on Twitch. Peace out, YouTube.